Have you ever felt like your energy is fading faster than it used to? Like you wake up ready to go, but by mid-morning, it feels like someone pulled a plug? You're not alone. And no, it's not just age catching up with you. There's something far more simple and surprisingly powerful that many people overlook. It's not a fancy supplement. It's not more coffee. And it's definitely not just about getting more sleep. I'm talking about hydration. Now, I know what you might be thinking. I drink water when I'm thirsty. Isn't that enough? Well, here's the thing. By the time your body tells you it's thirsty, it's already running on empty. And when you're over 60, your sense of thirst isn't as sharp as it used to be. That's why staying hydrated becomes a whole different game as we age. And missing even a few simple habits can leave you feeling drained, sluggish, and foggy-headed. In this video, we're going to talk about 4 hydration habits that many seniors skip without even realizing the toll it's taking on their energy. These aren't big, dramatic changes, but they can make a dramatic difference in how you feel each day. So, let's dive right into the first one. Let's start with this: not drinking water first thing in the morning. Think about it. Your body goes 6, 7, maybe even 8 hours without a sip of water while you sleep. That's a long time. By the time you wake up, your body is already dehydrated. Your cells are dry, your brain is sluggish, and your joints are creaky. Skipping that first glass of water in the morning is like trying to start your car without oil. It's just not going to run smoothly. Instead of heading straight for the coffee pot or waiting until breakfast, make it a habit to drink a full glass of water within 15 minutes of waking up. Just one glass. You can keep it on your nightstand or have it waiting in the kitchen. It's a small step, but it jumpstarts your metabolism, gets your blood flowing, and helps shake off that morning grogginess. A lot of people say they feel clearer, lighter, and even more alert just from this one simple shift. Now, here's another habit that often slips through cracks: mistaking other beverages for proper hydration. Yes, I'm looking at coffee, tea, even diet sodas and juice. While some of those do have water in them, they're not giving your body what it truly needs. Caffeine, for example, acts as a diuretic, which means it actually pulls water out of your system. And sugary drinks? They spike your blood sugar and leave you feeling even more tired afterward. What your body needs, especially as it gets older, is plain, clean water. Not flavored waters, not sports drinks, just the real deal. I like to think of it as giving your body the fuel it knows how to use best. And if plain water feels boring, try adding a slice of lemon, a few cucumber slices, or a sprig of mint. It makes a big difference in taste, and you'll be surprised how much easier it is to reach for your water bottle when it actually feels refreshing. It's easy to fall into the habit of only sipping water during meals or when you're taking medications, but that's simply not enough. Your brain, your muscles, your skin, every single part of you runs better when it's hydrated. And you don't need to guzzle a gallon a day. Just spread it out. A little in the morning, a little mid-morning, some in the afternoon, and again in the evening. It adds up without feeling like a chore. And once you start paying attention, you might notice something funny. Those little afternoon slumps, the yawns after lunch, the stiffness in your back or your knees. Some of that may not be from age at all. It might just be dehydration sneaking up on you. Now that we've touched on the morning routine and those sneaky substitutes that don't actually hydrate, let's keep going. There's another hydration habit that's even easier to miss, and it could be the reason you're feeling tired after your daily walk or your afternoon gardening. So, let's talk about what happens after you've been active. Maybe you've gone for a walk, tended your garden, or done a bit of cleaning around the house. You finish feeling good, but then a little while later, you're wiped out. Your muscles feel heavy, your energy dips, and maybe you even get a bit of headache. You might assume it's just because you overdid it, but in many cases, it's actually because your body is running low on fluids, and you didn't refill the tank afterward. One hydration habit that's often skipped, especially among older adults, is drinking water after light activity. And yes, even light activity, like a walk around the block or a trip to the grocery store, uses up water in your body. You lose fluids through your breath and through your skin, even if you're not sweating buckets. And here's the kicker. As we get older, our bodies aren't as efficient at regulating temperature or holding on to water. That means you're more likely to become dehydrated from activities that used to feel like no big deal. So, after any kind of movement, whether it's exercise or just running errands, make it a habit to drink a small glass of water. It doesn't have to be a lot, just enough to tell your body, hey, I've got you covered. You'll recover faster, your muscles will thank you, and you'll avoid that afternoon crash that feels like you hit a wall. Now, I want to share another common mistake, and this one might surprise you. It's drinking too much water at once. Yes, believe it or not, chugging down a large glass all at once can actually do more harm than good. You see, your body can only absorb a certain amount of water at a time. When you gulp down a big glass too fast, your kidneys go into overdrive to get rid of the excess. That means a lot of that water goes right through you, without really doing its job. Instead, think of hydration like feeding a plant. You wouldn't dump an entire gallon of water on a small houseplant and expect it to thrive. It needs small, regular sips to stay healthy. And so, do you? Try to sip water throughout the day, just a few mouthfuls at a time. Keep a water bottle nearby while you read, watch TV, or even while chatting with friends. The more steady your intake, the better your body can actually use that water to energize your cells, cushion your joints, and keep your brain sharp. I've talked to so many folks who say, I try to drink more water, but it just makes me run to the bathroom every hour. That's usually a sign that you're drinking too much all at once, or too late in the day. Spreading out gently throughout your waking hours helps your body absorb what it needs, without overwhelming your bladder. And while we're on the topic, if nighttime bathroom trips are interrupting your sleep, try shifting more of your water intake to earlier in the day. Hydrate well during the morning and afternoon, then ease up after dinner. That way, you still get the benefits of hydration without losing sleep, and your energy levels the next day will thank you for it. You see, staying hydrated isn't just about drinking more water. It's about drinking it smart. When you drink, how you drink, and what you drink all play a role. And these simple changes, like sipping instead of gulping and drinking after you move, can lift your energy in ways that really surprise you. It's incredible how something so basic, something we often take for granted, can have such a deep impact on how we feel. And once you start paying attention to how and when you hydrate, you might notice those little aches, dips in energy, or moments of mental fog start to fade. But we're not done yet. There's one final habit, one that almost no one talks about, that can quietly sabotage all your hydration efforts, even if you're doing everything else right. Let's talk about the one hydration habit that's so often overlooked. Yet it can completely derail everything else you're doing right. And that's not eating enough water-rich foods. That's right. Hydration doesn't just come from what you drink. It also comes from what's on your plate. And as we age, our bodies actually absorb fluids from food more gently and steadily than from drinks. But here's the catch. A lot of seniors, especially those living alone or with smaller appetites, end up eating more dry, processed foods, crackers, toast, frozen meals than fresh, juicy fruits and vegetables. And that shift quietly chips away at your hydration without you even realizing it. Think of something as simple as a slice of watermelon, a bowl of cucumber salad, or a juicy orange. Those foods are packed not just with vitamins, but with natural water your body can use. Even things like soups, stews, and smoothies. These are excellent ways to sneak in extra hydration without having to think too much about it. Plus, they're easy to digest and often more appealing when you're not feeling up to a full meal. You don't have to go full vegetarian or start juicing everything. Just try to include at least one water-rich food with each meal. Add a few cherry tomatoes to your lunch, a handful of berries with breakfast, or some lettuce and avocado on your sandwich. These little touches add up quickly, and your body will notice the difference. What's more, many seniors take medications that increase the risk of dehydration, like blood pressure pills or diuretics. Eating more hydrating foods helps balance that out naturally. And unlike sugary drinks or even excessive plain water, these foods give you fiber, minerals, and antioxidants, all while keeping your body fluid levels more stable. Now, if you've ever had a day where you just felt off, tired, achy, a little foggy, but nothing was really wrong, hydration might be the missing piece. It's not dramatic. It doesn't announce itself. but it's one of the most powerful tools you have to feel better, think clearer, and move more easily. And the best part? It's something you can control. No doctor visit, no expensive supplements, just a few glasses of water, some better timing, and a little more color on your plate. Let's take a moment to reflect on what we've talked about. Drinking water first thing in the morning, avoiding fake hydrators like coffee and soda, sipping water steadily throughout the day, especially after activity. And now, remembering to eat hydrating foods that support your energy from the inside out. These aren't big changes, but they lead to big results. Because when your body is properly hydrated, everything works better. Your heart pumps easier, your brain feels sharper, your muscles move more freely, and your mood, that gets a lift too. And remember, it's never too late to start. Whether you're 60, 70, or beyond, your body is always ready to feel better. You just have to give it what it needs, and water, in all its forms, is right at the top of that list. So I encourage you, today, not tomorrow, to try one of these changes. Just one. Maybe it's that morning glass of water. Maybe it's a juicy fruit with your next snack. Maybe it's setting a gentle reminder to sip every hour or two. Whatever it is, your future self will thank you. And if any of these tips spoke to you, or if you've had your own experience with hydration and energy, I'd love to hear about it in the comments below. Your story might just help someone else watching this feel a little more hopeful and a lot more energized. If you found this video helpful, go ahead and give a like, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more simple, uplifting health tips just like this. Here's to living your best life at any age, energized, refreshed, and fully alive. You've got this.